Don't lose heart in doing good. Many of you are doing good. Don't lose heart. The reason is simple. In due time, we will reap if we do not grow weary. In due time. So it has to do with your perspective. So how do you not lose heart? I'm going to give you a simple word picture. Simple 4 words that will help you not lose heart. Not give up on your marriage, not give up on your problems, not give up on yourself. Some people lose heart with themselves. You're tired of yourself. Sawang-sawa ka na sa sarili mo. Well, don't lose heart. Some of you have lost heart with God. You don't feel like praying anymore. You feel like nothing is happening. Or with your church, or the leadership. Don't do that. I want to share with you 4 important words. What are the 4 important words? Notice, first word is perspective. I want to talk to you about the importance of perspective. Second is accountability. The next word is love, and the next word is mission. You will see all of this in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4 and chapter 5, when Paul talks about not losing heart. Now, why do I use the acronym PAM? Because we are really in God's hand. Do you realize God is holding on to you? So, PAM, P-A-L-M. P stands for what? Perspective. A stands for accountability. L stands for love. M stands for mission. Once you understand these 4 important words, I tell you, you will not lose heart. In fact, you will press on. Okay, tell your neighbor, press on joyfully. All right. Look at the outline of the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. It has 4 times the word is used. Okay? Example, 4:16. Therefore, do not lose heart. In fact, in verse 1, it begins with, we do not lose heart. In chapter 5, it's the opposite. Always of good courage. We are of good courage. So I want to share with you the 4 principles you will find in not losing heart from the life of the Apostle Paul. Now you may ask me, why are we going to look at the life of the Apostle Paul? Very simple. Do you know why? If ever there is somebody who encountered serious problems, it is the Apostle Paul. You may have no idea of what Paul went through. For example, I want to share with you what he went through in 2 Corinthians. Right? Let's read chapter 11. This is what Paul went through, okay? Before I tell you the principles he discovered. Maybe you can empathize with him. Maybe you can say, you know what? Yeah, he went through a lot. He's qualified to teach us how not to lose heart. Paul, his own experience. Everybody read. Far more imprisonments, beaten times without number, often in danger of death. 5 times I received from the Jews 39 lashes. You look at the back of the Apostle Paul, it's full of scars. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. A night and a day I spent in the deep. Look at the next verse. I have been on frequent journeys in dangers from robbers, dangers from my countrymen, dangers from Gentiles, dangers in the city, dangers in the wilderness, dangers on the sea, dangers among false brethren. In short, if ever there is somebody who can be discouraged, is that Paul? Yes or no? Yes. What about you? Have you encountered some of those problems? How many of you have been beaten 3 times? Si Danny, I don't know. How many of you have been in jail? How many of you have been shipwrecked? How many? In other words, I'm trying to tell you something very crucial. What made Paul so different? Perspective. First word is perspective. How he sees problems. All right? Why is perspective so important? Let's look at 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. Therefore, together now, we do not lose heart. What was Paul's secret? Look at his perspective. But though our outer man decaying, our inner man is being renewed day by day. Paul is very realistic. Our outer man is decaying. With all the pain of Paul, all the suffering, all that they did to him, of course, his body will experience pain. Now, those of you who are 50 years old and up, 50, 60, 70, do you understand the meaning of pain here, pain there, pain there? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Is your body decaying?
Weak.
Sometimes you lose heart. Paul is saying, even though the outer man, my body is decaying, yet our inner man is being renewed. Look at his perspective. He does not just see life with the physical body. Paul says, the real me is being renewed. Next, look at his perspective. Momentary light affliction is producing for us eternal weight of glory far beyond all comparison. He's not denying there is pain, but look at his perspective. He calls pain momentary. He described affliction as light compared to what? Beyond all comparison, compared to the eternal weight of glory. You see, for the Apostle Paul, his perspective is very simple. When you do something for Jesus, when you live for God, and you suffer, it is going to produce an amazing weight of glory. In other words, living for Jesus is never a waste. It will produce what? Eternal weight of glory. God knows. God is a scorekeeper. And then look at the next verse. This is amazing. Paul is saying, while we look not at the things which are sin, but at the things which are not sin, for the things which are sin are temporal, but the things which are not sin are eternal. Do you understand the perspective of Paul? He now is telling us, my perspective is different from most people. I do not just look at things that are sin, but the things which are not sin. He's now saying there is such a thing as a temporal world and a spiritual world that is eternal. You see, my friend,